NHL Insider Elliotte Friedman has mentioned the Calgary Flames in trade rumors repeatedly over the past couple weeks, and now he has linked the Vancouver Canucks to Calgary as potential trade partners. The Flames are in the thick of a playoff race against Vancouver, but the Canucks have a defenseman that the Flames need as their D-core is currently depleted. But should the Flames just stick to the guys already in the system? We're going to get into all that and more in this video, but first I want to welcome you to Flames Digest. I'm Mark Griffith. If you're new around here and you love the Flames, make sure you subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the latest news, updates, reports, and rumors revolving around your Calgary Flames. We would love to welcome you to the Flames Digest family. And before we get into some more trade rumors, more talking about our D-core in general, we do unfortunately have to talk about last night's game, and there's no sugarcoating this one. In case you missed it, the Flames kind of got walloped yesterday by the Colorado Avalanche, and this game had big implications. You know, coming into the game, the Flames were only 5 points behind Colorado for, I believe, the top wildcard spot, but it really looked like two teams on different planets in a way. Colorado completely outplayed the Flames. Once again, for the third straight game, it almost seems like the Flames can really only score when they have a two-man advantage, which is starting to become, a bit more of an issue. It's funny because, all year the Flames have struggled to score goals. There's no denying that. But earlier in the year, it was because the power play wasn't clicking at all. And now the power play seems to be almost the only place they can score, especially when they're two-man up. At least they've solved that problem of not being able to score when they have the two-man advantage. But 5-on-3... I know the second goal of this game wasn't on a 5-on-3, but still, it was kind of a garbage time goal in a way, and it does suck losing to Colorado here in a game that mattered so much, especially now since if we take a look at the standings, the Flames are 2 points behind Vancouver now with the same amount of games played, which really is just unfortunate. The Flames do still have more wins, which obviously if it comes down to they're tied on points, that could be, the tiebreaker that gets the Flames into the playoffs. But at this point, the Flames are slipping, and they've kind of let teams like Utah and St. Louis and even Anaheim back into the mix a little bit, which is, a little bit unfortunate. Just a week ago, the Flames were in just such a better position, but now it's starting to slip away a little bit. Hopefully they can get back on track. If we take a look at the box score here, Dustin Wolf, he got the start once again and gets the loss once again. 4 goals against on 34 shots in this one for the .882 save percentage, the .414 goals against average. And again, he actually had a pretty good game. He made some huge saves. It's just that Colorado completely outplayed the Flames. Once again, the Flames had zero answer for Nathan MacKinnon, and Marty Necas in his first game as an Av against the Flames looked absolutely incredible as well, which, again, no answer. The Flames D-core is really missing Kevin Ball, but again, we'll be getting into that in a second. Skaters who got on the score sheet here, Huberdeau and Raz both get goals on the night, which is great. Pospisil, Kadri, Weegs, and Coronato. Kind of, 6 guys, well, at least 5 of those 6 guys you'd expect to be on the score sheet more often than not, so it is great to see that they were able to get some points. But again, there's not really any sugarcoating it. The Flames really did kind of just get destroyed by Colorado last night. Hopefully there are better games to come. They have one more game against Seattle before the Four Nations face off. Hopefully they can end things off with a win and be positive vibes for the next few weeks here. But let's get into Friedman, and Friedman links Vancouver and Calgary. We have seen, I'd say a lot of trade rumors over the past couple weeks now, ever really since the Flames made the trade for Morgan Frost and Joel Farabee, which is really only about a week away, or a week ago, I should say. But Friedman, once again, has named the Flames. So, according to Elliotte Friedman of Sportsnet, the Calgary Flames could be a landing spot for Vancouver Canucks defenseman Carson Soucy. And I do have to say, shout out to Kayla and Clint in the comment section. They also said, hey, I saw a rumor about Carson Soucy. Would love to pick him up. So you're part of the inspiration for this video as well. But Soucy was made available after the Canucks acquired Marcus Pettersson from the Penguins. Friedman touched on Soucy's future in his latest 32 Thoughts blog and had this to say. The left side jam made Carson Soucy available. Not an easy year for him, but I like Soucy, who played his weak side during Tuesday's 3-0 win over Colorado. Very good for Vancouver in last year's playoffs and effective when Seattle beat Colorado in 2023. Clearly, he's good at beating Colorado. We could have used him last night. He can help someone. Calgary makes sense. He's from Alberta, but the Flames want to see some Ilya Solovyov. And yes, that is the first thing I will say is we're going to talk about Solo a little bit later in this video. And already, yes is the answer to that. I think most Flames fans would rather see Solovyov than Soucy. But again, we'll give Soucy his minutes here, his 15 minutes of fame in the Calgary spotlight for a second here. But already it does make sense because the Flames decor is so depleted right now. I say it's depleted. It's really just Kevin Ball is out, but that makes a world of difference, and Soucy is a direct replacement. So Soucy is 30, is signed through 2025-26, so next year, season at $3.25 million. Totally affordable, and does hold a full no trade clause this year. As Friedman mentions, he's from Alberta, so perhaps going home is something the towering defenseman would consider. Soucy has recorded 2 goals and 8 points in 52 games this season. He's averaged almost 19 minutes of ice time per game, including being a staple on the Canucks penalty kill, playing over 2 minutes per game shorthanded. So clearly, if the Flames were to pick him up again, it is a direct replacement for losing Kevin Ball. Now, that being said, we hope Kevin Ball is back as soon as pretty much the Four Nations face-off is over. That being said, you don't want to rush him back. And Soucy, is that really the rental the Flames need to go for, or should they, again, kind of maybe go for someone more in the pipeline? So keep an eye on these Pacific Division rivals. A trade could be brewing between now and March 7th, with Soucy likely involved. And that means the trade deadline is only 1 month away. So if you're sick and tired of the trade rumor videos, I apologize. There's only 1 more month of them, and I promise I won't make one every single day. But as long as Elliott's talking Flames, we have to make a video about it and talk about it. But let me know your thoughts. Would you rather see, a Carson Soucy for if the Flames are able to strike a good deal? Clearly, Conroy's done good deals with Vancouver in the past, so could he strike another one? Or should the Flames focus more on internal players like Solo? Of course, I'm talking about Ilya Solovyov. We have some great quotes. Obviously, he was called up yesterday, recalled from the Wranglers. I also just quickly wanted to say that Dryden Hunt was also recalled yesterday. Clark Bishop sent down. Will we see Hunt in the lineup? Potentially. I know a lot of people would rather see him than Kevin Rooney, but we'll just have to wait and see. Of course, a lot of people do want to see Solo, though, and hopefully we'll see him against Seattle. But these are some awesome quotes from Solo. If you weren't sold on Solo, here you go. So he said this: "We have Rasmus Andersson and MacKenzie Weegar. These are the guys who make the plays on the blue line. Maybe some other guys too," Solovyov said. "But as for me, I'm the guy who has to support them to do it, and don't think about like when I carry the puck. They have to think, oh my God, it's probably going the other way right now. It's just simple hockey. Give them opportunity to make some fun things happen on the ice, and that's it." So in this way, Solovyov is saying, look, I will be, a defensive defenseman. And that is reiterated in his next quote here. "I'm a home defenseman." Awesome quote there. I'm a home defenseman. That better, catch on. Not a stay-at-home defenseman. I'm a home defenseman. So my part on the ice is our zone, neutral zone, and blue line, and that's it. If I can score from the blue line, coach will say, "Oh, what a shot. Good job." It's not my job to go on the rush. And it's funny for him to say that because he's having such a good season offensively with the Wranglers. Even in 10 games last year, he picked up 3 points, which was probably more than a lot of people did expect. But some great quotes there, and I have a couple more. So he also said this: "I just want to say thanks to my family because they helped me a lot," Solovyov said. "I hope my wife can come to see how I play in the NHL because it's a little bit hard with a 6-month-old kid, especially when he falls asleep at 8. I try to tell her, if I will play, just come for 1 period and then go home." Oh my goodness. Because I understand he needs to sleep too. If he will not sleep, she will kill me after. It will be busy for us, for both of us, because I have to help too, he continued. "Like, I'm a father. I'm not able to just fall asleep when my son is crying or when he's playing. I will be happy if she can make it." And I think all of us would be happy if she can watch you play, or watch you. I'm saying this as though Solo is watching this video. I think everyone would be happy if Solovyov's wife is able to watch him play, especially in the upcoming game tomorrow night. And it's just, he seems like such a good guy, so happy to get this opportunity, but keeping it real about having a very young son that keeps him awake, and maybe his wife won't be able to watch because she needs to be at home. But hopefully she can come for at least 1 period. But overall, I think a lot of people would rather see Solovyov or even other guys from our decor play instead of picking up, and risking some of our future assets for a rental like a Soucy. I know Soucy has another year on his contract and could play next year for the Flames as well, but again, it's definitely an option, and we'll have to look more once we know about Kevin Ball's help. But I would rather have Kevin Ball, a healthy Kevin Ball, and guys like Solovyov or others in the pipeline that can come play for the Flames instead of giving anything up. But again, we'll just have to wait and see, and let me know your thoughts down in the comments. And speaking of comments, let's get into the comment of the day to wrap up this video. It comes from Just My Opinion, and it comes from yesterday's video about potentially going after Casey Mittelstadt, and this was a good comment here. He said, "This is a big no from me. Mittelstadt is a downgrade from Cousins, and Cousins is overrated. Coronato and Zary, I wouldn't move at all." I 1,000% agree with this comment, as most people probably did. 9 likes shows that clearly it was an opinion that was shared, and I completely agree. Mittelstadt didn't even wow me in the game last night, and he shoots left, and we want someone who's right. He's also a little bit older. Why would we want to give up all that much, especially since he will never be a 1C for the Flames? So interesting overall, and definitely don't get rid of Coronato or Zary for either of these guys, or just in general. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please subscribe like we saw here today, and have a wonderful rest of your day.